Good morning. Well, I'm delighted to be here this morning and talking about education, my experience of education that I have gone through. And before I proceed with what remarks I have to make, I want to mention the wonderful person, the magnet that who brought us all here, His Royal Highness Prince Talal. He is the reason that we gather together every year. And address very serious issues of the world. And his organization has become a significant flag bearer of the critical issues of the world. And this morning, I would like to propose that we all pray for his early recovery and get over the health problem that he is suffering and be with us as active as he has been all along. And I'm very happy that I could visit the Open University today because we have been talking about it in Agfund meetings all the time, but never seen the physical existence of the Open University. Today, I'm very happy to see the people who are involved and the physical infrastructure behind it. It's a wonderful initiative. And technology has made it happen. That technology could reach out to anybody, anywhere, with education. And Arab Open University has used that technology to make it happen. But that technology which created the Open University and the idea of Open University has gone on to many other steps of technology, which could be supplemented with so that we can become more effective in delivering education to everybody who has remained unreached from education. And one such technology being used by Khan Academy, again, something that makes things easy for young people to understand and address all the issues. And as we are told that you can get any kind of subject or any kind of levels of math from 2+2 to space science through Khan Academy. So this is an initial thought, but this could be expanded in many different ways so that that technology is changing so fast that we can come up with the newer and newer idea how to deliver education for everybody, anywhere. No matter how remote place you are, you can be reached and can be delivered in the way that you feel excited about it. Now with the mobile phone technology and internet, anything can be done. One of the things that we are associated with, the one young person came up with the idea how to bring education to people everywhere using the internet. But internet is there, but not everybody has access to internet. So that was his concept, how to bring the internet facilities to people who do not have internet. And he came up with a brilliant solution. He's a young person, but 30-year-old. And that solution led to a new program, new design and everything. What he does, the idea was to create a $100 computer. He's trying to make it $50, but at the moment it's less than just about $100. And preload the computer all the things that you want to know from the internet. Anybody would say this is a crazy idea because there's so much information on the internet. How can you preload all these things into a $100 computer? He came with this study which tells us he just found out the study. He didn't study himself. 83% of the content of all the search engines like Google's and everything, 83% of all the things that is contained in all these search engines is visited by only 3% of people. So 3% of people the other way, 87% of the people look for only 3% of the Googles and everything. So only a small percentage of the search engine is used to service the 87% of the 83% of the population. So that idea gave, why don't I take this 3% and preload it to a computer? And you don't need the internet because it's all there, whatever you want to know. So now he delivers it, creates it, and so on to preload it, everything that you want to know. Parents are happy because your child is not getting into internet, even if you had the internet, into the sites that you don't like them to get involved with. So this is kind of pre-screened knowledge that you want to do. So I'm mentioning this technology, the power of technology to bring knowledge to everybody is endless. And actually the name of the computer is endless. And that's the idea, that it's endless possibilities of bringing this information to everybody. That's not the subject that I wanted to talk about. I wanted to mention something of frustrations, not the excitement part of it, but the frustration part of it. My life began with frustrations, and that's what the story that you'll be hearing whenever you try to find out the work that I've been involved with. I was frustrated because there was an enormous famine in Bangladesh in 1974. People were dying of hunger everywhere, and I'm teaching economics in the classrooms. And as I do it, I see the classroom is one thing, outside the classroom world is completely different. All those elegant theories of economics have no meaning in the life of the people who are dying, right there. So the feeling that I got, this is a useless subject that I teach. It has no meaning in the life of the people. Why am I teaching them? Just because I learned it from some textbooks, from the spot professors and so on, now I have to go and repeat this, knowing fully well it has no meaning in the life of the people? Suddenly I felt very empty. I had no meaning in teaching all those things. So I tried to overcome these frustrations by saying, forget about economics that I learned. It's a useless subject. I wasted my time. Why don't I go out with the people in the village next door to the university campus? And I started doing that. And that opened up a completely new world for me. So what I'm trying to address right now, when we talk about education, what education are we talking about? Is it that what I learned from schools and everywhere, I got my stamped PhD, which became useless for me? Or the education that I had with the people, the poor people in the village, which is next door to the university campus? I thought that village is my university. I learned so much from that university. So that's the question I want to raise. What education we want to have when we say education? What is education? And that idea, that question, driven me all the way. and I see the education system. In the education system, I feel very frustrated. I said, it's so wonderful, the system has been developed over years and years. Great colleges, universities are created out of that. But in the entire education system, what frustrates me, it teaches all the elegant ideas and the knowledge of physics, chemistry, literature, history, anything. You go and learn everything. But it never teaches young people why we learn this. What is the reason I'm learning this? History, biology, and so on. What relevance does this have to my life? That part is missing. So I think most important part of education is to establish the relevance to education to my life. Otherwise, it's a useless subject. I don't know, I'm just carrying a big baggage on me. I don't know why I'm carrying it. I know everything that is in the baggage in me. I don't know what service I get out of those baggage. In the entire education system, they tell you everything, but they do not tell me or encourage me to find out who I am. I think that's the core of the education, to learn who I am. What is the purpose of my life? If I don't have a purpose in my life, all this education is irrelevant. It doesn't match with anything. So I think whenever we talk about education, the first education is to learn about me and my purpose and my objective in my life. I said, and among these objectives is to see what kind of life I want to live in this world, and why I want to be the way I want to be, and how I would like to be the way I want to be. These are the questions. It doesn't need a lot of academic exercises. All you have to do, bring the class together and talk to themselves. Whatever they find out among these discussions among themselves, what is the purpose of my life? Everybody will be asked to present to class what is the purpose of my life, what I see for myself. And every year you repeat this as you grow up, so that you sharpen your objective, what you want. And along with it, you can have exercise. What kind of world I want to be in? So you have the whole class, spend 1 week, just 1 week out of the whole year. Spend 1 week, what kind of world I want to be associated with. I want to build in my future. A dream world. And that world will have this, that world will have this world will have this. Make a list of what kind of world you want. Individually you make that list, and collectively you debate among yourselves so that you can have a kind of combined list. This is the kind of world we want to have. And at the end of the class, 1 week exercise, put those lists, put those lists, or this list, which is a combined list, on the wall. This is the wish list of this class, of the world they want to have. And you do the exercise every year. And my position is, if you do this over years of your education, you will be changing things as you grow up. Change things that you did last year, you want to add another thing, drop another thing, and finally, last year you have something together. This is it. And I kind of guarantee, if we make that list as a part of your life, of our life, that world will happen. The world doesn't happen the way we wish because we never asked for it. We never looked for it. So we are kind of drifting along what the wild life is all about, drifting step by step, and we don't go anywhere. And this is, I think, a fundamental part of education, to which direction we want to go. What is that we are looking for? And the funny things we do within the education system, I faced again in a very hard way within Grameen Bank. We have over 9 million borrowers of Grameen Bank in Bangladesh, all women, 97% of them are women. They did wonderful things, but almost all of them are illiterate. One of the biggest fights that I had in my work, trying to convince people, because they said, illiterate women in the village, what can they do with your money? They will waste your money. Repeatedly, I have to go on, repeatedly mention, they are illiterate, but that's not their fault. They are illiterate, but they are not stupid. They are very wise people. They are very intelligent people. Simply, education never was presented to them. That's the only thing missing in their life. But don't dismiss them. Don't dismiss their creative power, their intelligence, their tenacity. And that's what the Grameen Bank is built on. That's why it works. They are all illiterate. One of the basic decisions we took right from the beginning, we shall not make their children remain illiterate. So we focused on the children, made sure every one of them go to school. And we succeeded. And then we gave them education loans, we gave them scholarships so that they continue in higher education. They went to college, they went to universities, they got degrees. Then came the frustration part. There is no job in Bangladesh. All these educated young people coming from the poorest families, terribly disappointed, not knowing what to do with themselves. They're all looking for jobs, running around. And they complained to me, why did you send me to school? So in the beginning, I couldn't answer their question. Then finally, I came up with an answer, asking them a question. Why do you want a job? Why are you looking for a job? Did your teacher tell you to go to find a job? Did your school tell you that you have to have a job? I said, job is a wrong idea. It's an obsolete idea. Forget about jobs. You tell yourself every day, every morning you wake up, tell yourself that I'm not a job seeker, I'm a job creator. And behave like a job creator. Act like a job creator. Suddenly you'll be a different person. Instead of feeling small, that I'm at the mercy of other people, I'm feeling tall, that I'm the one who creates jobs. They couldn't understand what I'm saying. They thought I'm making a joke, cruel joke. I don't have a job, now he says I have to create a job. I said, yes. Then they explain, well, how do we start a business to create job? Schools never taught us how to start a business. School taught us how to appear in job interview, but never taught us how to start a business. I don't have a business idea. I never thought of a business. Nobody taught us anything. I said, shame on your education system. Your mother never went to school. She's illiterate. She never said that nobody taught me how to start a business. She took a loan of $30, $50 and started a business. And that's what all the 9 million mothers have done. So the fact that she is illiterate may be a blessing. Her normal human character has not been changed. Your education has changed you in a negative way, to become dependent on somebody else. She remained independent. She immediately responded, your education has made you dependent. said, why don't you go back to your mother, learn how to start a business, and start it. So we create social business venture capital fund, ask the young people to come with business ideas. Now in Bangladesh, they come up with business ideas, and we invest in that business, and they start a business, not looking for a job. So I kept saying, education system entirely globally is directed towards finding a job. It's the wrong direction. We should be encouraging to become the self-independent person, that a creator, a problem solver, rather than fit into a tiny little slop called a job. Human beings are packed with unlimited creative capacity. Job takes it away because it puts you in the slot. I said that's what the education system we want, which encourages the creative system, creative work to continue. So all these ideas have to be addressed when we talk about education system. The first thing to see, education for what? Thank you very much.